your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. 'Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello, everyone. Welcome down to another episode of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast, where you join us in the delightful surroundings of St Andrews. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing, the white horses are riding the ocean behind us. We are joined this week by Jacob Broadbridge, by Kieran Mulhall, and by Samuel Forrest, who is sat just off screen in an imposing manner, who's going to be playing producer today, finding out the facts and all the golf news that you need to know. All right.
Great, yeah.
Stuff,
All right. Thank you.
That was
Yeah,
really good.
appreciate that. That's the fourth take
Yeah.
that we've had at this intro. I've been up in Scotland for a few days, but it's been a pretty long filming trip that I've been on. So Seb on Golf, Seb Carmichael Brown, chairman of Hashtag United, CEO of Big Wedge Golf, just all-round business mogul, has put together with Fairmont, with Unibet, with everybody. I think the entire world has been involved in this. And we've got some of the biggest golf creators in the UK up in Scotland, been filming loads and loads of videos. I can't really give anything away about what's happened, but I would say that this video is going to be massive.
Really?
Yeah. If this is below 2 million views within the first month, I'd be surprised.
Really?
Honestly, it's been great.
Wow. That's quite the claim.
It's a statement, that.
It's just, do you know, when every now and again, like, we film a video, obviously we want all our videos to do well, but we film a video every now and again where we all turn around at the end and go,
You know
what,
yeah.
That's going to be good. Like, that's going to be an absolute banger. And that is exactly what's happened over the last few days.
Well, fair play to well done, Seb.
And I've been on a private jet.
I'm happy for you. Yes, you have.
And you've been to the Savoy. That's the one I'm most like. That was cool.
The Savoy just absolutely stank of class.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you came in.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know the best way of describing this. So when I was a kid, I have a memory, quite a vivid memory of as a kid, of going to see a show in London with the family. I can't remember what the show was, but I wasn't quite
very
young.
vivid.
But it was in the West End.
The Lion King, let's say.
No, I don't think it was. No.
Right, okay.
I don't like the Lion King. I think it's I don't know where I was going with that.
Animal cruelty or something.
I was going to say shocking indictment of something, and I couldn't think of what it would be. And I remember walking past, like, the entrance to the Savoy is just down this, like, little street.
Yeah.
It's the only road in the UK where you drive on the right hand side. Anyway, little tidbit. So walk past it, and I remember looking in, like, really vividly remember looking in and seeing, like, people with top hats, like, welcoming guests in. And other people kind of looking at the hotel, and I knew that they wanted to be there, if that makes sense. And I looked at it, and I thought, you know what, like, I probably didn't think it in these terms, but, like, one day I want to stay there.
Yeah.
I just remember having, like, a sense of longing about not being able to travel in, and, like, proper walked to reception. It's a beautiful, beautiful reception area. It's got all these old paintings on the road. I was checked in by a chap called Arthur. Possibly the poshest boy I've ever met in my life, and he was a boy. He was like 20 something, and I remember thinking, God, you're young, like, you're really young, really, like, responsible.
Does 20 something like constitute as a boy now?
No, but do you know when you get like a young, like a young man,
Yeah.
and you're like, is this your first job kind of vibe? But he was just like checking us in, super posh, super professional. And he was like, I don't know. It just felt like I'd actually, like, achieved something to be there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, got you.
And then the rooms were lovely. Apart from, I've got to tell you this. I was such an old man.
What did you do?
So we'd done a challenge on the rooftop of the Savoy, which is incredible. Views of London I've never seen before. And then we had a lovely meal, got into bed. We're up early the next day, so it's quite an early night. And the bar, the Beaufort bar, I think it's called, was kind of next to my room, but it was like backing onto it. So it wasn't like next to it. You had to walk around a few corridors to get there, but it was kind of like backing on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was going to bed, and like just through the walls, like not loud, but like loud enough. And then every now and again, like the bass, like one of those.
You ain't got no backbone.
And I thought, oh, it's actually quite loud.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to get to sleep. Anyway, I left it for like 10 minutes or so, and it was just like it was the same noise. And I thought, I at least want to find out like what time it's finishing. So I phoned the reception.
Oh God.
No.
And I think my precise words to the girl was like, I never thought I'd be this person, and I'm really sorry for calling you, but do you know when the music's going to stop?
Oh, no.
And she was like, and she was so nice. She was like, oh, obviously you knew the name. It must have like come up on the intercom, whatever. So, Mr. Finch, I'll go down to the bar and check. And I was like, no, it's honestly, you don't need to do that. Do not leave on my half. Just give me an idea. And she's like, oh, well, I think the bar will close about 1 o'clock in the morning. So, but probably about 12 o'clock by this point. I said, that's fine. Okay, cool. Just put the phone down. I was like getting like palpitations. Like, oh my God, I'm that guy. I've turned into the old guy. And I was like,
God.
I felt so bad.
Did the music stop at 1?
I think I fell asleep instantly.
That was actually what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
You actually wanted to vent.
It was just a bit of like catharsis, and it just set me off.
Yeah.
Oh, so embarrassing. And then we got the plane up, which was kind of really cool.
No, sorry, you got the plane up. You got the private jet up.
Oh yeah, I just call them planes now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually call them toy fly things.
You've had some good flights this year.
Yeah, I mean that was probably the best. It was also the quickest. I don't know why I had this in my head. I thought a jet
Would be slower?
Would feel slower.
I agree. Yeah, I would be the same.
It was the fastest thing taking off. It was uncomfortably fast.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just an unusual feeling.
Would he have liked it?
No.
been troubling.
Especially because we were about to take off and it was like thundering and lightning. So the flights got delayed a little bit at Luton Airport. So I was on this. Yeah, I was on the runway and I was like, this is going really fast on the runway, and it didn't do like a vertical takeoff, obviously, but it was a lot more pronounced.
Right.
Because it's a lot lighter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And I was like proper like pinned back in the seat. I was
It's like they say on a roller coaster, if you sat at the back, you get the quickest bit because everything like drops down as if you're at the back of the plane. And is that going up?
Yeah, I was like, oh God. Anyway, he got up there. And it was such a... It's so weird. We're up there, and then as soon as like the seatbelt lights came off, like the girls in there like giving us drinks and all the rest of it, and Seb's like called from the back, like, right, putting comp.
No.
And got this mat rolled out, and we're having this putting comp in the back of the plane, and I'm like, what's
going on?
This is literally the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Landing the airport, like an executive shuttle to the executive lounge.
What is that?
Private airport at Edinburgh.
That's what I was going to say, Edinburgh.
Straight into taxis, straight up to St Andrews and into Fairmont. and this isn't like a hotel lounge. This is my room. This is like half the room.
This is bigger than my flat.
Yeah. This is bigger than my. I think it's probably a third bigger than my flat.
Yeah.
First flat.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Just great.
It's lovely.
Just lucky.
So what are we up here filming? Because obviously you brought us up. What are we doing here?
So we're filming a match with Rick Shiels this afternoon in about an hour. Then I'm sticking around tomorrow. We're getting another match done. I've also filmed another video with Rick from the event. So that's coming out quite soon as well, where we like took everyone on.
I've heard that's like was very funny.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't think we've done a video before that's involved like so many people.
More than 4 gets me stressed, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Well, this is what I was saying, if you want to get a little bit nerdy and technical here, about those tentacle kind of mics.
Yeah,
so we've been using those all trip, and just technology is wonderful, isn't it? It's just fascinating what they can do nowadays.
You've been like clued up on it all.
Oh yeah, I've been getting loads of notes, because obviously when you're with this many kind of people who make videos, you see new things and you just want to learn. Like the thing I learned today about, say, the new iPhone. have you got the Blackmagic camera app?
No.
I haven't, no, but I have seen this. I saw a YouTube video on it.
Yeah. So the Blackmagic camera app for the iPhone effectively turns that into a kind of an SLR camera.
Really?
Yeah, because you can record on RAW, it gives you all the features.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. Honestly, it's just
Wow. Okay.
It's just, and I felt like I've been networking. I feel like I've been chatting to everyone. Like for me, you know what I'm like.
Yeah,
I've actually been really friendly.
Have you?
Yeah.
You've been good.
Yeah.
Good lad. Good lad. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you, everyone. So we're filming that match with Rick here at the Fairmont, and yeah, it's absolutely beautiful outside. It's been hurricane force winds.
Yeah.
When I played this morning, but I think it's dying off, so it should be.
Hopefully.
Should
What's
be perfect
the
evening.
predictions? Let's get your predictions in like early doors, because you were saying that Rick's playing all right.
Rick was absolutely striping his irons.
Really?
His driving was a bit funky, but his iron play was great, like really good. So I was thinking, like with an eye to today's match, I was like,
Yeah, but you know,
cut that out.
if he's not in the fairways, then
No, but his irons were really good.
so even out the rough, it was fine. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that was like, oh, okay.
Which course were we playing? The Kittocks.
Playing the Kittocks, yeah.
Okay.
So 2 courses here. You got the Kittocks and the Torrents. The Kittocks probably overall has more views of the sea, certainly kind of across the course, and then more like cliffside holes.
Nice.
So it's good. It's in really good condition as well.
Is that the one that they play the DP World Tour on, or is that the Torrents?
I think it was the Kittocks.
It was
Yeah,
the Kittocks,
it might have been a combination of the two. Well, there was a chat like not so long ago about the course being bought out, taken over, and actually turning it into one 18-hole course, but making picking the best holes from each 18 and
putting them together. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Obviously, we're just outside St Andrews, so it's a golfing mecca. But from what the guys have been saying at Fairmont, that the whole hotel and the course have been doing like really well this year. So
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Jesus, like the like lobby bit was just massive.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Incredible.
It's huge.
It's unbelievable.
And this is Sam's first trip to St Andrews.
Yeah.
Freshy.
Welcome. It's Freshers Week as well.
It is Freshers
Freshers Week here.
I think it's Freshers Week everywhere.
God, is it?
You got a girlfriend now.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Breaking news.
Does it go down on the podcast?
Breaking news,
Official.
everyone.
Here we go.
Does your mum know yet?
Yeah, Mum knows.
Yeah,
That would be weird if she did.
That'd be so funny. Just imagine breaking news to Clan Mulhall.
Oh dear. Yeah. Cheers for dropping that, guys. Thank you very much. Now I'm
You
gone all red.
get a bit sweaty. You a bit sweaty over
I've
there.
gone a little red. I have.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
Oh, dear.
And so we're gonna get this match film. We've got this, so probably have a quick drink in St Andrews later on. I've got relatively early morning, so it won't be too crazy. But yeah, it's you staying in like a nice little place.
We are 5-star hotel
Yeah,
know.
Peter's treating us.
I was
for your first trip. You know, it's got to be done properly.
Yeah. I was having a look. I was having a look around some of the places to stay last night. There were a few like rogue Airbnbs. I was like,
Sometimes that can be quite fun, though.
Yeah.
but I was like, but they weren't in the centre. So
Yeah.
if you ever come to St Andrews, this is a general sweeping generalisation just based on what I think. But when you come in St Andrews, like you want to stay in St Andrews, like in the town. You want to be able to walk everywhere. Like even if it's a 5-minute drive outside of town, it just doesn't have the same impact. You know, you just want to be able to stroll through the streets and see everything. So I didn't want Sam's first experience with St Andrews to be like a 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Are you staying here tonight, or are you staying?
Yeah, I've got one more room here. Like
Right.
I don't want to be with the peasants.
One
there.
more night. One
You
more
don't
night
wanna
at
be
the
with us?
Fairmont.
Sully yourself with the local folk.
I don't want to be with the great unwashed in the town. No, darling. No.
Oh, God.
I don't do that anymore. Do you know back in the day when I used to fly commercial? No. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, when you're in the obviously this is all new to me, but when you're in like the private terminal and you're waiting to take off, obviously we're all part of this project. It's all been done by Seb, and you know Unibet have stuck all this cash in and Fairmont and all the rest of it, which has allowed us to do it.
Yeah.
So I sat in this terminal and like some of the families that were coming in and some of the jets they were getting onto,
Right.
like I just don't. It's a different world. Like it's so far removed from kind of normality. I don't.
You say like families, like you're saying like literally like a family of 4 rock up and get on a plane.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And it was
Onto a bigger plane than you were
bigger
getting
than
on.
the one we were on. Yeah.
Really?
Honestly, couldn't believe it. And it just, I don't know. It's weird. It's a strange.
It's a weird life, isn't it?
Strange life.
Yeah.
Strange life. And like, it's been, the last few weeks have been kind of eye-opening, kind of worrying. I don't know the best way of describing it, but because obviously I've been in Croatia, some really nice spots, and like all the hanging around, obviously not on them, but like the yachts and all the rest of it. Just been kind of makes me wonder where all the money comes from in the world, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about you've had some stellar weeks, haven't you? You've been in Croatia for a week, living it up, drinking, eating, having a great time. Then you go to Atlanta and basically you're treated like a tour pro.
I do want to say though, Croatia's been like my first holiday in like.
Oh, I know, but it still happened.
Couple months.
It was a thing. Couple of months, yeah. In like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, like the last few weeks have been unreal. And then if you tag on to the end of that, obviously we did Head Pro.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the, to be fair, it's one of the questions about we've not actually released that many videos recently.
Yeah.
On the main YouTube channel, we missed like a Swing Quest upload as well. Kind of simply put, like the last kind of month, I suppose, last month of videos have just, they've been stacking up.
Somebody just died.
They've been stacking up like unedited, so to speak, kind of in the background. So we've got quite a few in the bank, but we've been adding to those with more filming. So everything's just been on a bit of a backlog.
There's been trips. We, as in we, the employees, have been on holidays as well. That has been allowed this year, thankfully, for the first time ever.
Absolute disgraceful. I just don't understand it.
So yeah, we're the best thing that, or I'm feeling positive about now, is that I think starting from, I mean, we've got a video coming out today, but starting from Monday, we've got some big hitters coming out. A very important one coming out on Monday that will be continuing for a while.
Yeah. So that's First Head Pro.
It is a First Head Pro, yeah. So all the people that have been asking in the comments, and I've seen individual like, oh, when's the Castle Rock video out? They will all come out in the order that they were filmed, but they will start on Monday, and then every Monday for the next 4 weeks after that will be Head Pro matches. Yeah. So look forward to that.
Very cool. Very exciting.
Yeah, it should be really good.
And obviously, we would say this, but
of course,
they're all
good.
They're all really
Real
good. Like, and they're all really different, which that was my main concern. I think going into it was just that we'd film 5 Head Pro matches. Like they wouldn't say go the distance, or they wouldn't be like that exciting, or like we wouldn't get the crowds. And something will go wrong, or they'd just be really similar.
Yeah.
Like each kind of just from weather to the pro to the course, like everyone is individual. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then like dabbled in amongst them, we've got more matches, we've got like tech reviews finally kind of getting through the system as well. So yeah, I'm excited about what the rest of the year is going to hold.
Oh, it's going to be great, yeah.
Because we've got like the trips, and it's going to be cool. I'm genuinely probably excited about the next 3 to 4 months more than probably the most excited I've been about the videos we're doing.
Really?
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think so.
I can agree with you though. I think it's going to be, we're going to make up for the lost time of videos. That's for sure. Like it's going to be heavy hitters one after another.
That's probably what I'm excited about. It feels like we're going to be just really punching in some great videos, because we know this from the experience that we've had. Like sometimes you do a video, I'm not sure. Like the rest of this year,
you look down the list and I'm
confident. I'm confident.
Well, I mean, today we're here to film a match against Rick Shiels, which for our channel, which the first time that's been done. It's in what, 2 years?
Couple of years.
So
it's only going to be 12 holes though. You know what I mean?
You want to stretch it a little bit though, don't you?
Yeah, come on, retention.
Yeah, I'll say to retention. Yeah. If we get to the 12th hole and you're wondering why I'm suddenly started 3-putting, that's why. Yeah. I've got to be honest. I had a few 3-puts this morning. The wind.
Oh, that's good. You got it out of the way.
God.
Yeah.
Honestly, over like a 6-foot putt. The wind this morning was like gusting at 50, and we had a little experiment. Play with Gaz Beadle, Geordie Shore Gaz, and I was like, let's see what wind this is.
Yeah.
So we're 150 yards out, and we're just pinging like 9 irons at it, and the finishing short of the green.
Into wind.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like a 3-club wind or something.
Yeah, it's honestly unbelievable. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and yeah, it's just I'm excited.
Exciting
it's
stuff coming up. Yeah. Very, very.
If you're not randomly someone who listens to this podcast and you don't subscribe to the main channel, make sure you go and subscribe to the main channel.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't subscribe here, then subscribe here.
Yeah. And if
Please
you don't follow us on our social medias,
Yeah, absolutely. Sam, do you want to plug them?
Make sure you do that.
Yep, at Finch Golf on everything, and at SwingQuest Golf and Rough Cut Golf Podcast.
Lovely.
We're everywhere.
We're literally everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're like the Black Death in medieval Europe. Like it's just kind of in every town.
Killing
Just
people.
minus the deathy bit.
without the terror.
Boils.
The boils, yeah.
We just spread in the same way, but then we just...
Yeah. So if you want to be our fleas and like tell your friends about us, that'd be great. Really appreciate that. Like we're the rats.
All the bats.
Top, yeah. That's more...
That's more
Current.
current.
COVID.
I thought that was quite good for me.
That was good.
That was,
Right, yeah. Sorry, I was still stuck in the medieval peasantry of
Yeah, no,
of the UK.
he's moved to 2020
I'm,
now.
I was
I'm
like,
shifting it
I
forward.
was like, what conspiracy theories have you been listening to? So the Black Plague was actually spread by bats. That's why rats got a rough deal. Yeah, there was actually a little line under the R that got smudged, so everyone thought it was rats. In fact, it was the bats.
It was a big propaganda piece from the mouses.
Honestly,
From the mice.
From Big Bat.
yeah, from big bat. Corporate bats.
Batman.
Batman's been spreading this rumour about rats for years. We did free the rats. The persecution of the rats has to stop.
We are absolutely waffling it. Absolutely waffling.
Anywho.
Shall we talk about what's happening in the world of golf?
Nah.
No?
It's
not really much good.
People don't want to know about that.
They want to know about
We're
the
not even
flag
episodes in. We don't talk about golf anymore.
So I think it's a bit of a weird point in time. So PGA Tour, which we'll get into in a moment, actually, about traditionally the PGA Tour is the most watched, is the biggest tour. That's done now. They're in like their fall kind of season of events, but realistically, a lot of the big players aren't going to be competing in those events. DP World Tour cranks into action a little bit more. So some of their bigger events to coincide with the PGA Tour season finishing starts now. So they've just had their event in Cron, the European Masters, which Matt Wallace won. Congratulations, Matt. And also Beef kind of finished third. Was it in the end?
He did,
yeah.
So friends of the channel doing well. It's nice to see. And Alex Fitzpatrick was doing really well actually at one point.
He was, yeah.
So yeah, it's been good. But when the tour season is finished, we're having these Capital One match things. Is it Capital One the match? Producer
I don't
Sam,
think
what do
it
you know
is.
about
I
this?
don't know if it is, but it's...
Have they got another mug to come sponsor it?
What do you mean? This is a biggie, though. This is absolutely box office.
Did you say this is the best one yet?
This is 100% the best one yet. And reading a few articles of this as well, they're literally saying it's made for TV.
So just to put everyone in frame, if they don't know, there's going to be a match between Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler versus Brooks and Bryson, Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. So PGA Tour versus LIV, which is something that I think quite a few people have wanted to see, and quite a few people wanting to happen. But I've got maybe a different opinion about it, but I know you're excited, Kieran.
I think that these four are like, you would say that probably they're the hardest hitters of each tour. Other than maybe John Rahm potentially of coming in for the...
I was just going
for
to say, if this was Rory Scheffler versus Rahm and Bryson, would your excitement be...
Oh yeah, I'd still be... No, I'd still be excited, yeah, because I'm...
Just wanted to check there wasn't a...
Yeah, no.
What about
Brooks
Xander
propaganda.
Schauffele? Just having like the best year ever, just dismissed.
Yeah, well, no. He is having the best year, but we're talking about, like people in the media. Talk about media. And, just get a little bit confusing. Schauffele, like, it'll just get a bit,
Do you think that's why they've done one
Exactly,
of them?
I think that's why.
Breaking
you know what I mean?
news from the Rough Cut Golf podcast. Sander Schauffele overlooked because his name's too close to Scotty Scheffler.
We've
Wow.
got to mix it up a little bit. But I think it's going to be absolute box office. I think that it's going to be very, very cool. And I'm actually very excited to see if it's going to happen in, I think, in December. So, yeah, really, really excited to kind of see what progresses of this.
Is it in December?
Yes, in
Good,
December.
good
yeah,
job.
Yeah.
It gives time for Rory to sort his bloody swing it.
Yeah, December. So
Do we know who's sponsoring it, sir?
There's no word on a sponsor.
No word
as
on
of-
official sponsor.
It's not. I don't think it's been dubbed as the match yet.
Is it not?
That's to say, it's not got that title.
No, it's just sort of like
Trivial bit of entertainment. Is that what they're dubbing it as?
But,
It's a Christmas special.
yeah, and we were kind of talking off air that you think that the Creator Classic that obviously you took part in last week is still going to be more popular than this.
I think views-wise, yeah.
Do you think that?
Yeah. I honestly do.
What's the parameter? How do we decide this? Because you feel quite confident this is going to do well, and you think that that's not going to be beaten.
It's going to be tricky because obviously with YouTube you have access to the views. They're there.
It's
They're
obvious.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can tell exactly what it is. And the Creator Classic just before Easter Lake that was shown on I think ESPN and on Sky.
Yeah.
So we'll have to figure out a way to get all the numbers together and compare the two. The reason I'm so bullish on it is that these matches haven't worked in the past.
They haven't worked. I do agree, but I just think that this is going to work this time. Because I think what's been the other ones?
full time.
It's got more of a narrative.
Yeah.
Sam, as the producer, could you give me the definition of madness?
I know off by heart. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
My God, you're right. That's right.
Is that literally the definition?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, insanity.
Insanity, yeah.
Insanity, yeah. Right, okay.
I've had this feeling for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And it's not an unarguable point. However, generally speaking, like top tour pros and the most elite players in this game who you love to see competing, you love to see play, only really capture the imagination when they're playing for something which is worthwhile, something that matters.
Like a Ryder Cup sort of thing like that.
Yeah, something where
Or majors.
you want the elite players in the game to be under the most pressure.
Right.
This is one of the reasons why the more money that you throw at something doesn't necessarily translate to people want to
True.
watch because it doesn't make a difference to people. However, one of the reasons that online golf works and that YouTube works, and a lot of people do say this, back in the day when you had Shell's Wonderful World of Golf, you had these exhibition matches, and people did seem to find them popular. People did seem to like watching them.
Yeah.
They were so good. I hope it's like the same graphics.
Yeah.
And the same
Old school.
and the same guy.
Is
Yeah.
that who's sponsoring it? Big Oil getting invested
Oh,
in.
yes.
Big Oil. Bit of Exxon.
You say that, the thing about these matches that hasn't really worked is necessarily there isn't anything behind it. But there is, I guess, like an element of bragging rights between these two tours that
Yeah.
has been a clash. Whether they care that much, they probably don't. But to the viewer, it will be more of that's how they're gonna package it. That's the way you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, they're gonna have the bragging rights. There is a little bit more to it than what maybe has happened in the past.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but it is obviously manufactured.
Yeah.
Like you say, when you say, I know, Kieran, when we're chatting, this has been made for TV.
Yeah.
Well, great. That just means it's been manufactured. It's been.
Yeah.
This is something which says to me, you're going to have to watch this because you've got Rory and Scotty versus Brooks and Bryson. The PGA and LIV rivalry. You should watch this. You have to watch it. In fact, while you're at it, sign up for our app. Now it's going to be free when you sign up, but then it's going to cost you $7.99 a month. And then you can watch reruns of ER or something after that. I don't know. I'm just losing a little bit of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's obviously
with
more
you.
personal. It's obviously more personal.
Yeah.
To me.
I'm with you.
Just losing a little bit of enthusiasm for it.
I just think that I think the Brooks Bryson sort of like how I'm very excited to see like that sort of duo, like how that works. Is it going to be scramble? Is it going to be just better ball, or what's it going to be?
Because that was one, wasn't it? They did do a Brooks versus Bryson. I'm sure they've done
yeah,
that one
they
there.
did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
2021 or something.
Yeah, where it was the kind of height of their
Well,
beef.
there's been a strange sort of like each different version of the match has been sort of a weird one because a lot of them have involved NFL players.
And then it was
Yeah.
Steph Curry and because it was Curry and Thompson versus Kelsey and Mahomes,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
again
There was one at the park recently as well, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
that was,
Lexi Thompson and
that was a skills match.
Rose Zhang
yeah.
versus Homer and Rory.
If they just kept it to like actual grudge matches against top quality golfers, then it probably would hold more weight.
Yeah.
But it seemed to be like diluting it a lot with a lot of
I
weight.
mean, bear in mind, it wasn't too long ago that Tiger did one of these.
Yeah, Tiger versus Phil was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And like the very first one that Tiger did was everyone like that one. Genuinely, people did tune in to watch it because it was different.
Yeah.
Because it was like there's obviously a huge amount of money riding on that, but I think it was mostly because you got Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson going head to head.
Yeah.
And they've been searching for a formula to try and make this work. And this is what I mean. And I don't want to be that guy who's like continuously beating the drum for their own business. But this is what kind of online content and YouTube have been doing for a long time now. Doing the collaborations, doing the matchups that kind of people want to watch, not necessarily because we're the best golfers, but because they enjoy actually watching these personalities get together.
Yeah. Who would you think would be a good enough match now to really? You say that Mickelson versus Woods, but
Listen, if this doesn't work,
do you think
just
this
knock
is
it on the head.
That's kind of my point of it. Is that like I think that if you're exactly right. If this doesn't work, then I
what
think
can?
that's
Yeah.
Do you know what they need to do? They need to get Keegan Bradley versus Jimenez.
Zach Johnson.
No, Zach Johnson. Yeah.
But
I want to replay of that match where they started fighting each other.
It does depend a lot on about personalities though as well, doesn't it? Like you're saying, like,
Yeah.
YouTube works because people like the personalities, but these people are really good golfers. But are they the personalities to pull off something like this?
and it's not just that. Just like stick it on YouTube.
Well, yeah.
Please just don't put it behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Because it's like this matchup is going to be effectively, like I said, made for TV, all the rest of it, a little bit of a grudge, like a boxing type of vibe.
Yeah.
And I think what we've seen, it just doesn't really work for golf.
No. But potentially, would you say that it's if you do put it on YouTube, there's no sort of like extra ads they can get in for extra money? Because I'm assuming they're paying these guys as well.
Kieran, I do not give a about that, do I?
Right. What's the
time on that?
time on that?
36.49.
I'm sorry. I'm like, this is something which is like really. It's in my head. It's backwards. In my head, it's backwards. You know, we make money off YouTube videos because of the ads like before and a few ads in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's cumulative. But the reason that we're able to continue having a business, the reason that you guys can, have a job, come to St. Andrews, enjoy these wonderful surroundings, is that we don't take the PP with it.
Yeah.
And the fact is that if people enjoy watching a video and we get money off a sponsor, not the person watching, the person watching is going to be like, well, I enjoyed that. I'll come back and watch again.
Yeah.
It's also like not beating people over the head with sponsorships as well.
God, yeah. And so if you like get an app where you got to go through the rigmarole, like downloading it, whatever, and you're going to have to pay for it. All right, £8 to watch this match. Great, fine. And then the first thing you're doing is just getting battered with ads. And it's not going to work. It's not sustainable. And we've had this conversation before, and we are lucky in the UK, and we're lucky with YouTube. Like watching golf in the US is one of the most painful experiences of my life.
Oh yeah, we don't realize how good we have it until we go and watch it.
American
Yeah.
TV is
Oh.
adverts every 5 minutes.
Kind of got a glimpse of it at the Creator Classic when I don't know if you guys have seen it. It was like it would cut to the grill. People.
Oh yeah, we saw
That
it.
was so cool.
So
That grill is so sick. Have you got that, by the way? What's happened with
I
that?
need to ask my mum and dad actually. But even that was light compared to some of the stuff I watched. So I don't want to get on my high horse, and I don't want to be all like, no, I just don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, no,
But
I get what you mean.
continually sticking stuff behind paywalls, whacking in the ads, because again, what do the ads do? They go to pay the players, and people don't give a crap about the money.
Yes. Yes, you are right. You are right.
Don't give a crap. The thing is, I think it'd actually be good, like for these players. Scotty Scheffler Scotty Scheffler this year has won $53 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need.
He don't need more money this year.
I
You know
wish-
what I mean? Although, if he does win, I'm going to count this as one of his wins.
You can.
So it's like it doesn't need it. Like just imagine the moment you said, Rory, Scotty, Bryson Brooks, come do this match, but we're not going to pay you. We're not going to pay you any money to do it. It's just you two playing for pride. Okay, it's going to a day your time, but we're going to stick it on YouTube. No ads. We're going to get all the production behind it. We're going to use this as a set piece about what it could be.
Yeah.
What could this be, and what could we do with it? Obviously, this is fairy tale thinking. It's never going to happen.
Fairy
Yeah.
tale thing.
But just imagine how much goodwill that would engender for them and engender to the people who put it on. What's the best hour of coverage at the Open?
The Rolex hour.
The
Rolex hour.
Rolex hour.
That is a great.
We love the Rolex.
Because there's no ads whilst being ads.
Thank you, Rolex.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
kind of the
Rolex, for
best.
sponsoring this podcast.
That's the best form of advertising, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Rolex hour.
The best form of advertising is when you are giving people what they actually want
yeah.
and getting them to thank you for it.
Yeah.
And we all know it's the Rolex hour.
We all know it's the Rolex hour.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Rolex hour.
We all know it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
I tell you what, Kieran, you have to put an ad break in right now on the podcast.
Welcome to our sponsor.
so thank you, Viagra Connect. It's been. I was going to say it's been great having a relationship with you. Seamlessly onto our next.
Wait, should we do? Hang on a minute. Let's give it a little bit of time. Let the dust settle. Let the dust settle.
So this is something that Kieran wants to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
What the Solheim Cup?
That's a bit out of order, Kieran.
That's disgusting. How your mind went to there.
So it is the Solheim Cup this week, and we actually went to the last Solheim Cup.
We did.
And it was
Great.
one of the best
Yeah.
kind of finishes and one of the best events that I think I've been to.
Yeah.
It was unreal. So it was at Finch and
Courtesan.
Yeah.
And admittedly, I did have my reservations about the event prior because the course is hilly.
Yeah.
And actually getting around it
It
wasn't the
was
easiest thing.
hard.
Yeah.
It was also the fact that we went there 12 months before, and we spoke to the guy that was kind of doing the organising. He was like, "So, like, where are we going to put all the stands?" He said, "Don't know yet, but we'll figure it out."
The best one for me was like, so where are people going to? Because the car park there is very small.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's like, where are people going to be parking? And he just pointed at a hillside and said,
Over there.
We'll think we'll do over there. I'm like, I think we'll do over there.
So that's good. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like what is going to happen?
Yeah.
But it ended up being amazing. And
It was great.
And we were right there on the green when Saganda kind of like stiffed it and hauled it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I was clambered up a tree.
Yeah, you were off with
It
an
was
oak,
great,
weren't you?
yeah.
And the European team's actually been really successful. I think last three that we've won.
Yeah.
Last three, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the one at Finch Courtesan was hard. We tied or whatever. It was 14-all. So we retained. So
Retained, yeah.
we've had it for the last three. So
It's
Yeah.
just been, it's been great. And the one that I remember at Glen Eagles really vividly from the last few years was just a fantastic watch. And again, it just goes back to show they're playing for a flag,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
playing for pride, they're playing
Yeah.
for the team, and that's what really kind of makes it emotional. That's what gets you invested.
Now, has anyone heard of the golf course before? Robert
I've heard of
Trent
the
Jones
man.
Golf Club.
but
Yeah.
not that he had an actual golf club named,
Named
after,
after him. Yeah, they're looking at the pictures. It does look lovely.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. So
It looks like a very good match play course.
It does, yes.
Plenty of water and all
Yeah.
the rest of it.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
it does look cool.
Yeah.
To be fair, like the Solheim Cup actually has gone to some courses that wouldn't otherwise be on the agenda, like Inverness.
Yeah.
Did you see Inverness Golf
yeah,
Club?
I remember it. Yeah.
Unreal. It looks
Yeah.
fantastic. I
Yeah.
never would have heard of it
No.
if it hadn't have gone.
Same
there.
with Finca though. Finca's are actually
Yeah.
beautiful as well. Like
Yeah,
you've
very,
got
very
that
true.
kind of. Was it ravine? Is it in the middle? What's it called?
Yeah, yeah.
Barrancas.
Barang. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Barrancas.
The Barrancas are just the dry riverbeds. Unless it was
Yeah,
a
that's-
massive barranca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, no, that's what it is. Yeah, it
Big
is.
barranca.
A
Yeah.
humongous
Humongous
barranca.
barranca. Yeah, no, that was cool.
Well, it was like sort of
Grande
two
barranca.
tiered, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was sort of had some sort of holes, and then it went down into the
Yeah.
lower part, and then it was.
It must have been like the hardest course to walk ever.
It's a bit of a track.
Yeah.
It was
must
a bit
have
of a
been
track.
hard.
I mean, the players obviously as well, but the caddies carrying them
Exactly.
bags.
Yeah.
Whoever
exactly.
played 5 sessions, wow, that caddy must have had a long ice bath at the end of it.
And what do you guys think about the teams? Who's stacking up at the moment?
I mean, America always looks really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, Nellie's had an incredible year this year, so she's, she's been pretty much at the top of that US team for the last 3 or 4 iterations we've had now.
Yeah.
There's a couple of, I think the captain's pick surprised me. There was a couple of people that I was sort of not expecting. I think it's Sarah Schmelzer that was a name that, to me, I hadn't heard of before. So I actually had to do a bit of research and sort of work out what she was. And she has had a good year. Lexi got picked. Obviously, she's retiring from professional golf at the age of, whatever it was.
She kind of retired and then made a little mini comeback.
Yeah. So is this the swan song? Is this kind of like, is this going to be her last one? But then give it
This is her like
2 years, she'll be back again. I don't know.
I think this is like her 5th or 6th or something like that. She's been in.
Yeah.
Been in them all. So.
And she's what, like 21?
Yeah.
she's been around for literally so long. It's crazy.
It's incredible, yeah. But Team Europe as well looks like really strong. Like you've got it's the same thing, I think, with the women and the men. It's just, the Team Europe, when it comes together, has that camaraderie, has that team commitment that the US side has not managed to kind of encapsulate yet and work. But when we go over to US soil, we know how difficult it is to win.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the hardest part of it. Now, they're saying that this course, you're going to have to hit the ball far off the tee. And I think that's what's going to play into the selections that we've had for our team. They've got sort of slightly longer hitters of the golf ball. Emily Pedersen got picked as well, which she seems like someone, she might not have like a good year, but she gets picked every time for the Solheim Cup, and she always performs. And she's almost like slowly like becoming like the little sort of mini Poulter of their team. Like she doesn't have to have a good year.
She's got much better swing than Poulter.
She does. She does. But you've got, we've still got the same people that we, expect to have. We've got our Charlie Holes, Georgia Halls, Celine Boutier. Yeah, the guys or the girls, sorry, that we've had for the last however many years.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it. And we spoke about, you say, like, we've got to the point now where we're getting into the PGA fall season. We've not quite got to the end of the DP World Tour where it starts to get exciting when they get in Dubai. So it's kind of landed in like a really nice sort of lull of golf. Like it's been given to us at the perfect time. So hopefully it will mean more people will be watching it, because tournament golf is great, but when it's team element to it is excellent.
Definitely. We've also got Neiman versus Rahm in the Chicago Showdown. I don't know if that's this week or next week. Of the LIV Golf.
What?
Have you named that?
No, that's what they're branding it as.
Okay.
They're branding it as the Neiman Rahm Showdown because it's it's a 2-horse
The match everyone wants to see.
it's like the 2-horse race for who's going to win the LIV individual players one. So yeah, just put that out there. Yeah, just put that in.
Cool.
Kieran is our official LIV correspondent.
I'm literally the LIV guy now.
I've got to be honest. I need to. Next season with LIV, I'm gonna try and get a little bit more engaged with it.
Yeah.
Just to try and understand what's happening, because
it won't be here next year. They'll have worked out the deal.
Because like if you think about it, like that's obviously Neiman and Rahm, like two of the very best players in the world. On the trifecta tour. And I should probably understand a little bit more about what's going on.
Yeah.
But I just don't.
You just don't.
Just don't care.
Yeah. How are the teams doing? Do you know?
It's Legion.
Legion, is it?
Yeah, Legion up there.
Well, I couldn't told
Legion,
you
IX.
You can imagine who's bottom.
Is it Majestic?
Majestics are firmly bottom. But
Majestics.
That's
a shame.
Did they get booted out?
Well,
Is there a relegation system?
There was a relegation system for the players.
Pyramid system.
The players, and Poulter, Horsfield, Stenson, they're all
in it.
They're all in it.
Oh, but
every single one.
Because Westwood, he's captain, he's still secure, kind of thing.
But aren't they all like co-captains or something?
Yeah.
Oh, Stenson co-captain though.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but they're all in the bottom. So their whole team is
So
in the bottom.
Majestics might be.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna.
So it's rough.
I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get a little bit more kind of clued up in it because I'm being way like too dismissive of it, which I know I am, and I'm kind of playing up to it a little bit.
Well, if we're getting to the end of the season as well, like, do we? This will be then getting into the point where more players might go because obviously we did the first, and then Rahm and Hatton and all those guys left. So it could be getting into a point where we start to hear more rumours about PGA Tour players thinking about making the jump.
We're gonna have. It's going to be an interesting end to the season because we've got that
TGL.
Mm-hmm. You know, we got the Chicago
Showdown
catastrophe. What was it? The Chicago Showdown.
Chicago Showdown. Let's not forget about the Rory Scheffler Brooks Bryson.
The match, not the match sponsored by I don't know, Black and Decker, whoever it's going to be. So I'm kind of like, it's going to be interesting because the TGL's a weird curveball because it's lost a lot of momentum from last year. Again, it's a team element based on US cities. Makes no freaking sense.
which the players have no affinity to.
No
either,
affinity
so-
at all.
Apart from Keegan, who is just loving Boston Common.
Oh yeah. Like he, I can genuinely like see him fist pumping over a good simulator shot. So that's going to be a weird.
He's
kind of vibe.
he's so going to pick himself. He's so going to pick himself.
I hope he does.
I
Do
can't
it.
wait. I can't wait for him to be in that simulator and go through his pre-shot routine, like twitching at the target on the screen.
doing the twirls like.
That's good. That I like that.
But I am interested to see what it's going to be. I am genuinely interested to see what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Because it is something genuinely new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we've got all this potential now about we've got PGA Tour, we've got LIV, we've got DP World Tour, we've got the TGL, obviously got the LPGA, we've got the LET, we've got all these different sources of golf.
It's a lot in it.
It's a lot.
YouTube Golf will do something as well.
It's a
We
lot.
won't be too far behind.
Yeah, and on top of all of that, things that people actually watch, got YouTube.
Yeah.
Just sticking it in there one more time.
I honestly, I feel maybe incorrectly. I 100% get this because recency bias is the thing, but I'm genuinely like excited and bullish about like the next kind of 18, 24 months.
For YouTube Golf.
Yeah.
I saw your tweet last night, or X.
It's
what,
just
what did you put? I didn't see it.
It was kind of that similar
Yeah,
vein,
just
really. Just saying,
honestly.
like, from you explain your words.
yeah, it's stuff that I know that's going to be happening, stuff that's kind of in the pipeline. I just feel that like there's such the momentum behind it all. I don't know. I'm genuinely excited about what's happening. And I very rarely get genuinely excited. I feel I'm very kind of level on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I lean towards being
Disappointment.
sarcastic. Especially like the more exciting it gets, genuinely, the more I be sarcastic about it. 'Cause
Oh, we know.
But I'm just like I'm feeling more positive.
I think, like I say, over the last couple of weeks as well, and especially Eastlake, like you can't come away from that event and go, things are happening here. Like that was a real momentum shift.
Well, yeah,
it felt.
if you're the PGA Tour and you're looking at that and being like, wow, why have we not done this?
Best way I can describe it, and I'm not sure I've actually said this. The best way I can describe it is from a perspective of people who are in the know and who kind of pull the strings in the world of golf media. Like it was a definite. Right?
Yeah, we're all good.
I
Yeah.
was just checking time.
Yeah.
It was like a definite moment for I think a lot of executives. I think you want to call them probably. Like who understood or actually.
Yeah, they needed to be shown what it.
This is actually quite a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just people messing around with
Yeah,
an
with a
iPhone.
camera. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm feeling genuinely excited.
And I think the Myrtle Beach kicked that off.
100%.
And then
Yeah,
Myrtle Beach kicked that off, and then they've like taken the big step, and got obviously the Credit Classic going, and
the wave is rising.
yeah, exactly. But where do you go from
Where
here?
does it
Because
go
there's,
from
you know,
there?
Crest.
where does it go from here?
Where does it crash? Where does it crash into land?
Augusta?
No.
That's never gonna
Well,
happen.
the wave won't get that high now.
Augusta's on the mountaintop. Like no matter how high that wave is,
Mount Olympus just
is-
sat up there.
How
Just
high that
good.
wave is, there's still some old people who've never heard of YouTube.
who really don't care.
Yeah.
Once you get to those places, mate, people got enough money and enough, like, it doesn't really matter what happens.
You never know. You never know.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on at the minute, and there's a lot of big events that are going to be coming, and also coming up very, very quickly as well. We've got potentially one of my favourite weeks of the year, not only in golf, but also just for us. It's just really, really fun. What are you doing on Wednesday next week?
Wednesday next week, I will be playing in the BMW Celebrity Pro-Am at Wentworth.
Lovely.
Third
I
year
love
in
that
a row,
day.
baby.
Third year in a row. What'd you get? Did you get a little...
I don't know. Get a little coin. Third year.
You should get like stars. You know how like when you win a Rolex event, you get like stars in the caddy bit. This is your 5th star. Exactly. You know what I mean?
I think with
that would be good.
Like you said, I 100% understand my own bias, but I'm kind of DP World Tour, European Tour.
That's your roots.
It's my thing.
Yeah.
And Wentworth's always like an amazing week, and the spectator kind of the crowds in the BMW Pro-Am are huge. The tickets are always sold out. There's always a fantastic atmosphere. If you are come to watch, I think we're in the afternoon wave. So we'll be teeing off about 12, 1.
Oh, really?
One-ish.
We're always normally in the morning, aren't we?
Yeah, normally, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
So we're in the afternoon wave this time, I think. So we'll release more information just when I 100% make sure, because you know what I'm like.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I seem to remember like last year. I don't even remember. A lot more booze was happening there. A lot more boozing. Do you remember?
I thought you were saying people like boo.
No, a lot more boozing.
We were in the afternoon wave last year.
No, we were morning wave.
No, we were in the afternoon, and I did the exact same thing you did.
Yeah,
I was convinced that we were in the morning, but we're in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I know.
Because I was thinking that, and we're in the afternoon definitely.
I know. It's because we got there and we had the breakfast, but it was still the breakfast because we got there at like 10, 11 o'clock. So we still had it, but we didn't tee off until the afternoon.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Because I remember.
Oh, this might change it.
I remember Cal Freezy, Calix, Seb on golf teeing off in the afternoon. Or was that the year before?
It could have been the year before.
Same.
It all blends into one.
It blends into one, mate.
Because the year after that, we did tee off in the morning.
Well, yeah, it was Luke Donald. Yeah.
Yeah, the year before that was
Luke Donald.
I think that was the one you're thinking about, because that's the year I got told off for hitting the balls over the back of the range.
All right,
Massive. All right,
big man.
big fella.
You're hard because we got there really quickly. I only had a little bit of time to warm up, and I was using that Titleist TS3R, I want to say, and I just put it in the bag, and I literally had no time to warm up, so I just got the driver out, so I pelted.
Do you know what did it for me?
With everyone fluid.
Because I was exactly the same as you, and I thought it was the thing that did it for me is because remember we stayed in that really nice flat in Windsor.
Unreal.
And with the night before that we'd gone and we had like some tacos, then we went and ordered a Chinese and all that kind of stuff, and we had the Chinese when we got back, and I don't really remember having to get up like really early to go to that.
Yeah.
We were kind of mulling about, and then because you were on Sky Sports News for something that morning.
Oh, it was for Ryder Cup.
For Ryder Cup, because we posted the video you hacking out. So that was going on my phone.
Right. Yeah.
So no, it was in the after, but I don't know why.
No,
I
do you know
thought
what?
it was the morning.
I think you might be right because Rory wasn't in our wave.
You know what? I think we've been in the afternoon every time.
No, do not put that. Do not put that.
So we'll post about when we're actually playing. And
thanks for enduring that conversation. That was no one cared about that.
You know what? That was literally just a conversation.
We forgot that people were listening to this.
That should have been kept behind closed doors.
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah. It goes to show actually sometimes we need to remember like who we're talking to, because the back conversation was probably more interesting than that one we've just had. About if we got up or stayed in bed a little bit longer.
I always like to think that people like to hear this.
The behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. They don't want to hear me talking about golf.
Yeah, that's very true. What's the point? You know
what
what I mean?
What is the point? What do I know?
Yeah, we've already decided that golf's just eating itself at the moment.
Yeah.
Right, I think it's probably about time that we head down, got the camera set up, got the B-roll of the signs, got a little bit of cool background footage as I prepare to take on Rick
Shiels.
So we'll end it there. Guys, thank you so much for wrapping your ears around this podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you haven't followed us on YouTube, make sure you do. You can subscribe and help get us towards 30,000 subscribers. We're kind of ticking along there. If you haven't, notified your podcast provider when our podcasts come out, shame on you, but you can do it now. And then if you haven't followed us on our social medias, as Sam has already mentioned,
do that now.
give that a go.
And get in the Discord as well.
Yeah, and on that, you'll actually be able to see pictures of Sam's first visit to St Andrews as we take him around in his stroller.
Yeah.
And he's going to look at all the sites.
Oh my God, we should totally do that.
That's a big stroller.
Follow me around with that camera.
It's basically a
What do you
dump
think
truck.
of this?
You'd have to do the same
Yes.
pose in front of every yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, really, really geeky.
Yeah, yeah.
Really happy. Oh.
This is me in front of the dumpy.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
bless him. So exciting. Oh, you can have the best time.
and it's Freshers Week, which is pretty cool.
I've got a girlfriend as well.
Kieran, you've got a girlfriend.
No, go on, stop it. Right,
Yeah, but outside.
Does-
Okay, yeah,
does,
don't worry.
does she listen?
let's get. She doesn't listen.
Does she listen?
She will now.
No.
I did actually see the story the other day. Pretty sure I remember what her handle is on Instagram.
Well, you don't.
Oh, we can tag her.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, I
tag
could
her in
definitely
the-
tag her. Yeah.
The Instagram story.
Kieran would not stop talking about you. And bats.
Clip it.
It's just them two, just you and Bats the whole way through.
Get it back to bats and then.
Do you know he's obsessed with the Black Death? You should probably know this about him.
Too late.
It's probably a carrier.
Anyway, shall we?
Oh my God, he's a bat! Are you the Batman?
Kieran is Big Bat.
Kieran is big bat. You're the bat pulling the strings behind the rat. Those poor little rodents. Oh man, just imagine being an innocent rat
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just
Slandered for the.
you're just having a good
existence.
time. Then all of a sudden, someone's running at you saying you're spreading the worst plague to ever hit the planet. Well, actually, no, I think that was the Spanish flu, wasn't it? But
Spanish flu, yeah.
yeah, and that's a whole different story. God, the hedgehogs, right? So
So anyway, the year is.
anyway, good chat.
Cool. Yeah.
Right, yeah. We'll
Right,
see you
cheers.
later,
See
guys.
you in a bit.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.